Hello. I would like to read you a line or two from Beyond Good and Evil. Modern men, with their obtuseness as regards all Christian nomenclature, have no longer the sense for the terribly superlative conception which was implied to an antique taste by the paradox of the formula God on the cross. Hitherto there had never and nowhere been such boldness in inversion, nor anything at once so dreadful, questioning, and questionable as this formula. It promised a transvaluation of all values. Nietzsche, Beyond Good and Evil. Nietzsche mentioned how people were obtuse. That is a pleasant euphemism for dull, daft.
How can you be so obtuse? What?
Christians and atheists in our day argue if a man can rise from the dead. What shocked as Nietzsche says here, the taste of the ancient world, the antique world, what shocked them was the idea alone that a slave could rise from the dead.
What?
But Jesus wasn't a slave, you say? But Jesus died the fate of a slave. Therefore, no matter how he lived, because he died as a slave, as they thought in their thinking, because he died that way, he was a slave. And slaves do not rise from the dead.
What?
To spread a message that a slave could rise from the grave up into heaven to the place of honor at the right hand of the Father, to even imply the idea, is to spread a message of complete moral transvaluation. And so, to use a word that Nietzsche used, people who argue over the physicality of the miracle itself alone, people who do that, argue about that, they are being obtuse. There was a time in my history where I too was obtuse. I am no longer, that's for sure. The mammoth of this task of a book that I've been written will finally be available for purchase and to read. It is not so much whether one agrees or disagrees with this idea that Jesus literally rose from the dead. Indeed, such debates are always historical dead ends. Rather, do you have a sense? Do you of the social significance of this message? Do we really have to go to the most famous atheist in the last 200 years to get the truest conception of that? Do we really have to go to that? I think we do. Very interestingly, I think we do. It does not matter what you believe. All that matters is, can you feel the significance of this transvaluation? Can you feel it in your bones, the historical sense? If you cannot, you do not have a historical sense. Nietzsche felt it. Modern historian Tom Holland felt it and has articulated it. And if you yourself have not, whether you agree with it or not, again, it does not matter. If you have not felt that sense, you do not have a historical sense of what happened. Where people said Christos, a man originally anticipated to be a political liberator, died the death of a slave, and then rose to a place above even Caesar after that death of a slave previously considered to be impossible. Well,